story follows the life of Yifan Zhuo, the demon king, and one of the 8 kings in the sacred realm. He is reborn in the body of a servant bound to his mistress, Lady Luo. Will Yifan succumb to Lady Luo, or regain his title as the demon king? Let's get into the story and find out. Throughout the land, legend has it that the Scroll of the Abyss is a mysterious document written by the ancient demon king. The ancient demon king is the most powerful human in the world, and the secret to his powers lies somewhere unknown. These powers grant the ability to rule the heavens and the earth to anyone possessing them, which is a great thing. The scroll rests in the hands of Yifan Zhuo. Many have tried to steal the powers for themselves, including top martial artists, so it has been strongly guarded. On this day, Yifan sits on his throne with the scroll when his top disciple Chang Zhao informs him that the other 7 kings have descended upon their mountain to claim the scroll, and the force field protecting their mountain has been eradicated, which leaves them vulnerable. Yifan boasts that Cheng should remain calm because even if the 7 kings should confront him at once, they are no match for him. Yifan goes to the edge of his mountain with Cheng and sees several soldiers, heroes and guardians from the sacred realm. They all order him in unison to hand over the scroll. Instead of complying, he mocks and refers to them as a bunch of worthless soldiers. The other 7 kings challenge Yifan to hand over the scroll so that they will spare his life. Yifan insults them and reminds them that he is the most powerful person in the sacred realm. Therefore, even if they all come at him together, he will defeat them. As the battle of words continues and members of the sacred realm and different hierarchies challenge Yifan for the scroll, he descends upon several of them. But he did not make it far. Cheng stabbed his master from behind, revealing himself as the traitor. Really man, how could you? Tiffin is surprised and hurt at this treacherous betrayal from his most trusted disciple. As Tiffin went down, he challenged Cheng, but Cheng was not the least bit remorseful. Instead, he agreed that his master had always given him all he ever wanted except to allow him to peek at the scroll, so he decided to give him up. Tiffin retorts that he would rather destroy the sacred scroll than hand it over to anybody and attempts to destroy himself. The demon king descends in a burst of light into the human world and crashes to the ground. After battling with himself to avoid death, he reincarnates in the body of a small and scrawny boy who is a servant in the Luo household. Yifan now goes by the name Fan and struggles to regain his abilities as he fights against the boy's memories. Inside the forest, he meets someone that knows the body of whom he has taken possession of his body. Fan performed the act of demonic execution on the person, a top-tier ritual involving taking another person's powers to enrich yours. Fan finds it difficult to remain stable after the demonic execution and wonders if the boy's body is incapable of harnessing that type of power. Once again, he expresses his displeasure with the kind of body he was reincarnated into. Fan observes that every time he sees Lady Luo, the boy's mistress, the pain in his heart and body subsides. But once he leaves her presence, the extreme pain in his chest comes back. Fan finally finds the answer to the strange feeling. The servant, the previous owner of his new body, has a spiritual bond with his mistress. Sorry Fan, you'll just have to deal with this. He is horrified at this revelation because a spirit bond can destroy him and take him away from his grand plan. Fan digs into the boy's memories to discover the source of the spiritual bond. We see how the boy's father sacrificed himself for the Luo family many years ago, so Lady Luo has since been protecting him from then onwards as a member of the family rather than a servant. Recalling the boy's memories, Yifan saw how the boy approached one of the guards and begged him to train in martial arts to protect the Luo household like his father did. Unfortunately, he is too frail for any form of training. Therefore, using the fundamentals he knew, he fiercely protected Lady Luo and the young master during the war, which is how he died. Yifan sees that Fan longs to be with the Luo family to serve and protect them, so if he turns away, the spiritual bond will try to consume the body. Yifan is upset at the thought of degrading himself, the almighty demon king, to be a servant in a human family because of the problems of the spiritual bond. As he is still thinking of what to do, someone discovers where he is hiding and takes him out. Lady Luo is surprised that Fan is still alive, but Yifan quickly covers up by saying he survived. Lady Luo is faced with some bandits. The leader is 2 tiers higher than Yifan's current strength in Fan's body, but he bravely challenges the bandit and stabs the man, which gives Lady Luo and the young master time to escape with Yifan. Lady Luo and the young master protest to Yifan for leaving the commander of their army and the soldiers behind, but he refuses to hear anything and instead begins to reply rudely to Lady Luo and her brother, the young master. He calls the young master a brat and threatens to leave him in the misty forest for the bandits to kill when they catch up with them. The young master insults him and calls him disrespectful. To Lady Luo's surprise, Fan spanks the young master and behaves as he pleases. He takes Lady Luo's spirit stones and chants an incantation of the sigil magic with it, which gives them cover from the bandits and helps them remain safe. Lady Luo wonders how Fan has changed and how he, an ordinary servant, can cast the sigil magic as it is only reserved for the imperial family. Fan promises to teach Lady Luo the incantation for her to cast when he begins to fight the bandits so that it will kill them. Fan discovers that an official from the royal army is trying to betray the Luo family and decides to use his greed and betrayal against him. He tells Lady Luo what to do and comes out of the fog in the misty forest to face the commander. Fan starts a conversation with the official and tells him how he would like to save himself, since the Luo family is already going down. The man believes everything Fan tells him, though he confesses to having underestimated Fan's abilities in the past. Fan deceives him by giving him a red rope, which is supposed to lead him and his men to Lady Luo and the young master. He reveals that he plans to hand them to the bandits to save his life. After the agreement, Fan leads the way to the path, and the commander follows with his men. Suddenly, Fan stops abruptly, and with a dramatic movement, he tells the official that he is leaving them at that point, which is the path to hell, where he and his men belong. Really, and they let him go. The official sinks below with his men and the fog turns from white to red as the immense power of the sigil magic begins to activate around the forest. He threatens from below to come back for Fan, but Fan sarcastically replies that he is never coming out of that place. Going over to Lady Luo, Fan asks her to follow his lead and takes her and the young master away. He also releases the guard's commander, Mr. Peng, from captivity and leads him away with them. Yifan starts to cast another demonic execution to boost his powers because he believes that if he can reach a top-tier level of power, the power will be very effective in the future. As he continues with the incantation, Lady Luo comes to him in the company of Commander Peng. She informs him that the sigil magic is already fading away, but thankfully their captives are still spellbound. Fan tells her that there must have been a mistake with the incantation. Commander Peng appreciates Fan for all he has done for the family. He apologizes for underrating Fan and tells him that he should assign any punishment to him, and he will serve it. Yifan wonders that his life would have been much better if only his servant, Cheng, had been half as loyal as Commander Peng. Sorry Yifan, not everybody gets what they want. He raised Commander Peng from the ground and told him that he would always be the guard's commander, so he couldn't punish him as he was only a lowly servant. Now that they are safe from their enemies, Commander Peng proposes that Lady Luo and her brother take refuge in the Kai household, the most significant family in the Tempest City. The son of the Kai household is set to marry Lady Luo, so he will grant them refuge. This news is music to Yifan's ears because if they make it to the Kai household and Lady Luo marries the young man, the spiritual bond with Fan will be broken, which means he can go on his own way to begin his grand plans. They arrive in the city 5 days later, and Lady Luo goes before them with her brother to announce their presence before Commander Peng and Fan can join them. At this time, Yifan seems to have a mischievous plan up his sleeve because he happily finds his way into the market, where he begins a new adventure. Now in the market, Yifan joins an argument at a stall without permission. He calls out the seller for selling fake dark jade pearls to buyers. The seller angrily tells Yifan to leave his stall because he is spoiling his business, but he stubbornly refuses. Yifan is enjoying the banter as he begins to gather an audience. He collects some ingredients from everyone present and makes a liquid formula with them. He drops the dark jade inside the formula, and the color begins to fade into a deep shade of red. Yifan looks at the seller smugly as the crowd begins an angry uproar. Everyone demands their money back for all the goods they have gotten from the seller and attempts to beat him. Fan returns to Commander Peng, where he stands watching the drama and requests 10 spirit stones from him. Sullenly, Peng hands them over and Yifan returns to the seller of the dark jade. Yifan proposes a business deal between both of them. He offers the 10 spirit stones in exchange for the fake dark jade, which surprises the man. The man curiously inquires to know why Yifan would give that much for the fake jade, but Yifan tells him that there is some quality in fake things too. The seller tells Yifan that he wants his life and the 10 spirit stones in exchange for the fake jade. Some bad men with machetes attack Yifan from behind, and he easily defeats them without breaking a sweat. He runs to Commander Peng at the inn where they are staying. He instructs Peng to guard the door and not open it for anybody, no matter what. He tests the stone inside the room and discovers it is a blood soul. Blood souls are occasionally found within rare stones and minerals. They suck up the blood of thousands of people and take specific forms for many years, and it is a priceless treasure for those that practice demonic art. A real treasure to behold. Yifan had once read about the powers of the blood soul from the sacred scroll of the abyss. Not even the ancient demon king encountered this type of luck by coming across a blood soul, but Yifan has, and with it, no power will be able to surpass his own. Did you enjoy this recap? If you did, kindly like this video and subscribe to our channel so we can bring you the recap of the next few chapters. Until next time, do take care and stay safe.